Hello and welcome to this short introductory video to the King IV Corporate Governance and IT Governance for Public Sector workshop, which I'll be facilitating during October. And the details of the venue and how to book for the workshop are going to be shown at the bottom of the screen during the video. So it's with great pleasure that I have the opportunity to work with TAVO Training and to bring you this program, which will look at important issues surrounding corporate governance and the role that IT governance plays as an essential part of corporate governance, with particular focus on the public sector here in South Africa. Over the last few years, we've seen an evolution in the type of frameworks that are being used to support government in its work of improving service delivery to all its citizens, to prove and demonstrate transparency in good governance being effected throughout the three spheres that government operates in. That's central government, with the various departments and responsibilities for national policy setting. Second sphere of government being at provincial level, with delivery of essential services such as healthcare through provincial hospitals, through sector education opportunities through various tiers of education. And then at the third sphere of government through local, municipal, and at a higher level, metro operations, which deliver services of an essential nature to citizens throughout the country. Those three spheres of government have been challenged over the last few years to up their game to improve performance in the area of corporate governance, but more recently, over the last couple of years, to expand that to looking at IT governance. Now, with the advent of the new Corporate Governance Code and particular focus on state-owned enterprises from late last year, which was end of 2016, and the effective introduction of the King IV Code of Corporate Governance in April of this year, 2017, there's been a growth of focus on how the King Code can be integrated in the work that government organisations do, state-owned enterprises do. It's not limited to the work that we do here in South Africa. Of course, there are neighbouring states who are watching very closely what's happening in South Africa and trying to learn some lessons. So we'll be looking at the high level at corporate governance, but then doing a much deeper dive into IT governance, or the governance of information technology. In particular, we'll be looking at the corporate governance of information and communications technology policy framework, which covers a variety of different processes and other initiatives which can be used to support the implementation of key ICT process and other enablers in organizations. Over the last several years, I've had the opportunity of working with a number of state sector enterprises and helping them to better understand the overall approach which is recommended in the Department of Public Service Administration framework which has been developed, which is largely built around COBIT 5, which is available from ISACA, an international body that helps to develop and deliver a framework for the governance of information and related technologies. Now, that framework is going to provide the bedrock of the work that we do during the 2 days of the workshop, and you'll have an opportunity to get some very practical examples of how to go about implementing effective IT governance within the context of good corporate governance, within the context of King IV. And over the 2 days, there'll be some practical tools, experiences, exercises. We'll use some video case studies, and you'll need to bring along a laptop with you to be able to participate fully in the workshop. We'll be starting each day at 8:30, finishing around 4:30, and over the course of the 2 days, you should be equipped with some very practical tools to go back and start implementing in your organization. I've spent some time as a consultant, but I'm also a practitioner. For a dozen years, I was the IT manager within what was effectively a state-owned enterprise. It was part of one of the major universities in the country here in South Africa. Prior to that, I had nearly 20 years' experience in the IT industry, and having completed my work in the public sector, working within the tertiary institutions, I then moved on and spent some years, 5 or 6 years now, as an independent consultant, much of the time working in the corporate and IT governance space. I've delivered many workshops over the last several years, and many of those have been in the IT governance and related fields, so I hope that you'll find me to be both an effective and competent and at times a dynamic presenter. I'm certainly looking forward to meeting all of you who are watching the video who choose to enroll, and as I say, you will have seen scrolling at the bottom of the screen the details of the venue and how to make a booking. For any further information, please contact the details shown at the bottom of the screen. Look forward to seeing you at the workshop. Thank you.